Brother, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Can you please introduce yourself, brother?
My name is Jefferson Taylor. Everyone calls me Scrat.
That's a cool nickname. How you got that name?
Growing up, I used to get picked on a lot until I found out I knew how to fight very well.
Why were you picked on?
At the age of 11, I was 212 pounds. I went away to placement. They had intramural sports, mandatory activities, and mandatory diet and exercise. That's how I lost the weight.
Let's talk about your childhood. Paint us a picture.
Okay, so as a child growing up, I grew up in North Philadelphia around 8th and Diamond, back and forth between different family members' houses for no particular reason. I attended Cedar Grove Catholic School up until 10th grade. I received a partial scholarship for badminton. I went to Penn Tech out in Williamsport, and that's when my criminal career started. I was arrested on campus for 12 pounds of marijuana. To this day, I still only need 23 credits to graduate. But my scholarship was pulled. I got to run around between financial aid and the scholarship program, so I never really got the chance to go back.
What all jobs have you had in your life?
Well, my major was mass communications and my minor was music business management and merchandising. So naturally, I'm a marketer by trade. I'm heavy into sales, but I've done a lot of physical labor as well. Different things, and anything from washing cars to cleaning basements.
What are you doing now?
Right now, currently on the streets, so I take a lot of odd jobs. Uh, I work through, there's a temp agency called Make It Happen Philly. So whenever I am able to get work through them, I take it. And basically I just go day to day.
What's your living situation?
I'm currently homeless. I migrate from Kensington to Center City. You can find me just about anywhere around Love Park.
How you ended up in this situation?
I was in a federal voucher housing program, and our building caught fire. In that program, being as though they pay your rent for the first 6 months completely, you're not eligible for a lot of perks. You're not eligible for a lot of perks such as renter's insurance, flood damage, fire damage, and things like that.
So that's how you became homeless?
Yes.
Have you tried going into a shelter?
I did, and honestly, I prefer to be in prison than be in a shelter.
Why?
Shelters are disgusting. There's a lot of disgusting things that go on there. They don't discriminate against the LGBTQ community, which I don't either. I have a lot of friends that are gay, and but the way they go about conducting themselves are a little, well, I'll say out of pocket.
So tell us, what has life been like for you lately, Scrap?
Um, so living day to day, I do a lot of hustling, not panhandling. I prefer to work for anything that I receive. So I'll offer physical labor for a minimum fee, very cheap. Wash cars, pump gas, clean houses, paint houses, just about any and everything I could get my hands on. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll YouTube it.
What challenges do you face being out here on the streets?
Addiction.
Tell us about your addiction story.
Okay, so naturally, I started when I was young. Um, I'm naturally a downer. I was the first addicted to Percocets. This is before Perc 30s came out. Um, I started getting a lot of money in the streets at a young age. So a lot of things were accessible to me. Um, at the time, I started to realize that a lot of my friends were turning to heroin because one, it's just as strong, if not stronger. and two, it was a lot cheaper than spending $80 on the Oxy 80. So I was always afraid of that. So that's how I stopped doing Percocets. Um, Later on in life, through the assets of partying and things like that, I got into the cocaine line, and it wasn't really my type of high, but it was a party drug, and it felt good while partying. And then eventually, from being curious, don't ever be curious, but from being curious, I started smoking crack.
And that's your drug of choice now, crack?
Yes.
Yeah, I know about the crack monster. He's vicious. You know, he have taken a lot of my people that I know down. And you know what they say is about throwing money in the trash. Is that true? When you smoking crack, it's like throwing money in the trash?
It's literally throwing money in the trash, flushing it down the toilet, ripping it up, anything you could do with it besides what it's supposed to be done with it. You wake up in the morning, you feel groggy, tired, not all there until you get that first hit, or that first chance to smoke. And then after that, if you're asked to do a job or any kind of hustle or anything like that, you feel like you might need one to get extra motivated so you can really get at it and get it done. And to be honest, crack does give you that extra motivation, just like naturally cocaine would. But I don't recommend it for anyone.
What's the worst thing you have done to support your habit, would you say?
I would say rob people.
Now, we're not here to judge you, brother. We know what drugs do to people. Where you think you'll be in life today if it wasn't for, drugs?
There's honestly no telling. At a point in time in my life, I was the corporate marketing supervisor for Dentex. I had a house in South Philadelphia, a house in the Northeast, a GMC Envoy SUV, and I was doing well for myself. So honestly, there's no telling. To this day, I have my CAL, my sidewalk vending license in Philadelphia, so I can actually walk around and sell things, or set up a stand, get a zoner license and set up a stand and sell things. So there's no telling where I could be.
So now, what's on your mind today, Scrap?
I basically want to let people know that curiosity killed the cat. It's 100% true. Most guys will tell you, I started getting high dealing with this chick and things like that. Well, that's not the case with me. I was just curious one night. I was bored out my mind. It was pouring down raining. I was sitting on Broad High in my truck waiting for someone to need a ride. I was hacking. And I had money at the time. I was smoking weed, and somehow, some way, I just ended up around the corner buying crack.
And it happened to the best of them, so you're not alone, brother. Scrap.
Well, nowadays I have neuropathy, sciatica, and arthritis from my neck down to my hips. So I no longer play basketball, but I'm good at chess. I was on the Mighty Bishops in school. I'm a great planner and thinker. A lot of people make plans and forget that life be lifing and things happen. So it's always great to have a backup plan and a contingency plan. And I really believe that I'm great at communicating with people. I'm a great listener. I understand, and I have empathy.
So yeah, brother Scrap, has anything horrible happened to you since you've been out here, or have you seen anything horrible happen to someone else? Any horror stories?
A lot of things I can name. The worst thing that has happened to me is I've been stabbed 12 times on 4 separate occasions. I've been shot. The worst thing I've seen happen is to see someone get shot in the head. I was about 8 feet away.
How is your mental health? All this pain, trauma.
Well, as of right now, I'm diagnosed with PTSD. severe separation anxiety, and a few more things that I
Yeah.
I deal with from day to day. To be honest with you, I'm not the typical crackhead. Some people that get high, they'll buy as much as they can, and they'll sit and they'll smoke rock after rock after rock. I can I can smoke a rock and relax for about 40 minutes to an hour until I'm ready to get high again. I call people that get greedy and argue and fight and try to bully people for crack, I call them crack monsters. They basically do just about anything to get it. And once they got it, they just want more and more and more of it.
That's how it goes, right? Do you have children?
Yes, I do. I have a son that'll be 15 this year. And I had a daughter that would have been 17 this year. No.
I'm sorry for your loss, brother Scrap. Brother Scrap, if people want to help you, what are some things you need help with?
As of right now, I honestly would just like to figure things out and try to make it on my own and just solidify me a spot back in the real world. But person can always use help with food, clothing, but most importantly, someone to talk to.
What are some things that make you happy?
Music, and just being able to finally live life.
Yeah, that's what's up. Do you have a favorite band or artist you listen to?
So my favorite artist all around the board is Jay-Z. Been a Jay-Z fan since I can remember. Other than that, I listen to a wide variety of music. I listen to pop, country, hip hop, a little bit of grunge, everything, a lot of different types of music.
If your friends or your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
Sometimes things aren't always what they seem. Sometimes a person may not ask for the help that they need, not because they don't want it, but because they feel like they don't deserve it.
That's it? Okay, brother. And this one is to take us home. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
My message for the world when it comes to drug addiction is don't judge. No matter what drug the person may be on or alcohol or whatever the case may be, there's always someone out there on something worse. But also at the end of the day, if you give someone money out of the kindness of your heart, it doesn't matter what they're using it for. Even if they lied to you to get it, it really doesn't matter what they're using it for. Because at the end of the day, whatever they use it for is going to make their situation a little more bearable and comforting for at least a minimum amount of time.
Gotcha. As the train go by, we're going to do our closing. All right, brother Scrap, we really appreciate you being honest, man. You know, I wish your situation turned around for the better. And you know, better things come your way, man. And if people want to reach out to help you, do you have an email or a way they can contact you?
They
back to back.
Actually, I don't. As of right now, I really don't wish to be contacted or communicated with. I would like to get as far away from Pennsylvania as I could, but limitations and restrictions are.
Got you. Understood, all right, brother?